So in this session we are going to discuss about electrodes and leads. Now in order to record an ECG or electrocardiogram, we need to place electrodes at different parts of the human body. Okay, and from these electrodes wires are taken out and is connected to electrocardiograph, and as a result in the electrocardiograph ECG will be recorded. So normally in order to record an ECG, 5 electrodes are used or fixed to the body of the patient, and to these electrodes we are connecting same number of electrical wires, and these electrical wires is then connected to electrocardiograph. So the wires which were used to connect these electrodes to the electrocardiograph is known as leads, and this figure shows the placement of the 5 electrodes. So these are the 5 locations where the electrodes are placed. So this RA is right arm, LA is left arm, RL is right leg, LL is left leg. And there is another one electrode known as chest electrode. And to all of these 5 electrodes, color codes are given. Chest electrode is usually brown in color, right arm electrode is white, and left arm electrode black, right leg green, left leg red. So these are the color codes and abbreviation of the 5 electrodes that we are fixing at different positions of the human body as shown in the figure. Next we are moving on to standard bipolar leads. In standard bipolar leads, the connection or the lead is formed by connection of 2 active electrodes. One electrode is positive and the second one is negative. And the standard bipolar leads can be achieved by 3 different type of connections, and these 3 connections, so the 3 categories by which bipolar leads can be connected are lead 1 category, lead 2 category, and lead 3 category. So here in the figure you can see lead 1 category, that is the potential difference between left arm and right arm. Okay, so the one active electrode is placed in right arm and the other active electrode is placed in left arm, and the one is positive, that is left arm electrode is positive and the right arm electrode is negative. So this is the connection of lead 1 connection of standard bipolar leads, and the leads from these 2 electrode placed at the right arm and left arm is taken out and is given to an amplifier, and from the amplifier output we can obtain the proportional voltage output. And here you can see a reference electrode is also there, and this reference electrode is taken from the right leg, and the output voltage is obtained from the output of this amplifier and the reference electrode. So this is lead 1 category of standard bipolar lead, and the next one is lead 2 category. So here you can see one active electrode is from left leg and the other active electrode is from right arm. Okay, and the reference electrode is taken same to the lead 1, that is from right leg. Okay, so that is in this case one arm and one leg is taken. The electrode is placed at right arm and left leg and is given to the amplifier input. The leads are given to the amplifier input, and from the output and across reference electrode we can obtain output voltage which is proportional to the data that we need to measure. Okay, the third one is lead 3. Here the electrodes are connected between left leg and left arm, or the potential difference between left leg and left arm is taken. So here you can see in the left arm one electrode is placed, and in the left leg another active electrode is placed. The left leg electrode is given to positive or non-inverting terminal, and the left arm electrode lead is given to the inverting terminal of the amplifier, and the output voltage or potential difference is obtained from the across these two. That is, a reference electrode is placed at right leg itself. In both the three leads, the reference electrode is placed in right leg itself. So output is obtained in reference to it from the output of the operational amplifier. So these are the three configurations of the standard bipolar leads. So the amplifier used is differential amplifier, and the reference electrode is always grounded. So that are the other 2 points that is to be noted in case of standard bipolar leads. Next, let us move on to unipolar leads. So in standard bipolar leads, we are recording the potential difference between the two electrodes, and one electrode is taken as a reference electrode. Okay, so if we need to measure the potential of a single electrode, or a single electrode potential need to be measured, or unipolar electrode potential is to be measured, then it is necessary to have a reference electrode at a fixed potential. Okay, so here in unipolar leads, the reference electrode potential is at a fixed value. So for that, the reference electrode here is obtained by a combination of several electrodes that are tied together at one point. Okay, so this can be achieved by two type of leads. First one, augmented unipolar limb leads and unipolar chest leads, which is also called as precordial leads. So the first one, augmented unipolar limb leads. So this can be implemented by three different manner: AVR, AVL and AVF. First one, AVR, which can be called as augmented unipolar vector right, which is given by the figure 1. This is the first figure, that is AVR, lead AVR. So here, as I have told, the reference electrode is taken by combination of two or more electrode. So here two electrode, that is from one from left arm and other from left leg, is joined and is taken as the negative electrode. Also the ground reference is taken from the right leg itself. Okay, so here the electrode potential that we need to measure is the main electrode is RA, that is from the electrode on right arm. It is taken as the positive electrode. This is in case of AVR, augmented unipolar vector right, that is the electrode kept on the right arm. Okay, next one, augmented unipolar vector left. So vector left means the main electrode is placed at the left arm. Okay, so it is taken as positive, and the negative electrode is taken as the combination of two electrode on right arm and left leg. Okay, it is combined and is given to the negative terminal. Here also the ground reference electrode is taken from right leg. Okay, so this is augmented unipolar vector left. So the next one is augmented unipolar vector foot. So here the electrode, the main electrode, we are connecting in the left leg, and from the other two arms, that is from the right arm and left arm, we are taking the reference electrode and it is combined to give the negative terminal. Here also the ground electrode or the reference electrode is taken from the right leg. Okay, so that is about unipolar leads. And next let us move on to unipolar chest leads. So these unipolar chest leads are also known as precordial leads. Okay, these chest leads are kept at 6 different positions of the chest, and it is given in this figure. Okay, at 6 different locations of the chest, these electrodes are kept, and the potential at that place of these 6 locations we are noting down, and depending upon that the measurements are taken. So what are these 6 different locations in the chest where we are keeping these chest leads? So first one, V1. This is V1. V1 is placed at fourth intercostal space at right sternal margin. And second one, V2. V2. V2 is placed at fourth intercostal space at left sternal margin. And V3. This is V3. It is kept at midway between V2 and V4. And V4, that is fourth one, it is kept at fifth intercostal space at mid clavicular line. And V5, it is same level at V4 itself. It is kept at anterior axillary line of the chest. And V6, it is also at the same level of the V4 itself. These three are in the same level and it is kept at mid axillary line. So these are the 6 different locations where we are placing the unipolar chest leads. So that is about the location or placing of these unipolar chest leads. So in total, in unipolar leads, we have learned three types, that is AVR, AVL, and AVF. And in bipolar, we have learned three type of locations, that is lead 1, lead 2, and lead 3. Okay. Now let us move on to the concept of Eindhoven triangle. So this is a triangle, or this is a concept that is used to connect all the 6 electrodes. That is both the bipolar and unipolar leads or the electrodes are connected by the concept of how they are related, interrelated, and how they are interdependable, and all this can be obtained from observing the Eindhoven triangle. Okay, so in bipolar we have lead 1, lead 2, lead 3, and unipolar we have AVR, AVL, and AVF. So how all these 6 electrodes or leads are interrelated? It can be determined from this Eindhoven triangle. The relationship between the standard leads called Eindhoven's triangle. So this triangle, that is Eindhoven triangle, is used for the determination of electric Hertz axis, and the triangle sides represent the individual bipolar limb leads, and the signs determine the polarity of the electrode. And the relationship between the standard leads called Eindhoven triangle, and it is used when determining electrical axis of Hertz. Okay, that is by determining or by observing this Eindhoven triangle, the electrical axis of Hertz can also be determined. And the instantaneous voltage that is measured from any one of the 3 limb lead position is approximately equal to the algebraic sum of the other 2. Okay, so it is imaginary equilateral triangle. Actually, this Eindhoven triangle is an imaginary triangle with the Hertz at its center. That is, we are assuming the Hertz is at the center of this Eindhoven triangle. So this is the Eindhoven triangle. Okay, here you can see lead 1. This branch is lead 1, and this side is lead 2. This is lead 3, and this is both this is negative, and at this position we have written right arm, and here this end is positive, and the lead 3 this end is negative. So here left arm. Similarly here to positive, and here left foot. So here you can see the lead 1. The lead 1 connections were from right arm and left arm. Okay, so right arm is connected to negative and left arm were connected to positive. In case of lead 1. Similarly, in case of lead 2, if you are remembering the figure, in lead 2 the connections were, so in lead 2 the connections were from right arm is connected to negative and left foot is connected to positive. Okay, similarly in lead 3 the left foot is connected to positive and left arm is connected to negative. So in all the 3 cases, that is lead 1, lead 2, and lead 3, the right leg is ground reference. Okay, so it is not mentioned here, but all other electrode is mentioned here. Okay, and all other leads are also mentioned here. So this is Einthoven triangle for bipolar leads. Now, this triangle shows the relationship between these bipolar and unipolar limb leads. Okay, this Einthoven triangle shows the relationship between the bipolar and unipolar limb leads. So in area, the positive is from right arm and the negative or the reference is the combination of left arm and left leg. So this is joined at the center and is connected to right arm. Okay, in AVL, the positive is taken from left arm and the negative is the combination of right arm and left leg. So this is joined here to the left arm. Similarly, AVF, the positive is from left leg and the negative is from combination of right arm and left arm. And this joint is given to the left leg. So this is AVF. Okay, and this is lead one, and this side is lead one, this side is lead two, and this side is lead three. It is same as explained in this triangle. So this is the relationship showing between this bipolar lead, and bipolar leads are lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3, and unipolar leads are AVR, AVL and AVF. In next concept, it is cardiac vector. So in the figure you can see a Einthoven triangle, and this is a triangle that shows the relationship between the unipolar and bipolar leads. Okay, so here this side is lead 2, this side is lead 1, this side is lead 3. So if you are taking 3 vectors in each of this side, and if you are drawing lines, perpendicular lines from the end of each end of the each vector, that is here in the lead 3 vector, this is the vector corresponding to lead 3. At the both ends of this vector, we are drawing a line like this, dotted lines to perpendicular to this side. Similarly, in lead 1 and lead 3 also we are drawing the line. So the intersection of these 3 vector, a line occurs. This is known as cardiac vector. Okay, so what is the concept of this cardiac vector? This is a vector, it is an electric field vector, and its dimension is we are taken as volt per meter, and this is recorded in a particular lead. Voltage recorded in a particular lead is the result of dot product between the lead vector and the cardiac vector. In each lead, we are obtaining a particular voltage output. Okay, so that voltage will be the dot product or the product of the lead vector and the cardiac vector. This lead vector and cardiac vector product we will obtain as the voltage output of this particular lead. Similarly, this cardiac vector and the lead vector product we will obtain as the voltage output of this lead vector, that is lead 1. Okay, so that is cardiac vector. In a simple sentence, we can say at any given moment during the cardiac cycle, a vector that may represent the net electrical activity corresponding to a particular lead. That vector is known as the cardiac vector. Okay, so that is about the cardiac vector and the electrodes and leads corresponding to ECG measurement. And in the next session, let us move to ECG machine and the working of the ECG machine. Okay, thank you.